They say Ashwood Hospital was consumed by fire decades ago, but some claim the fire never ended. Tonight, you'll hear the story of 4 friends who dared to enter and discovered the truth that should have stayed buried. They burn still. It began as a dare. 4 friends, Ethan, Lena, Sophie, and Mark, entered the ruins of Ashwood Hospital, a place the locals warned never to disturb. The town said it burned years ago, a fire that devoured staff and patients alike. But some whispered it never truly ended. Armed with cameras and flashlights, they stepped inside. The halls were silent, but not empty. Their lights flickered against peeling walls, revealing shadows that lingered too long. Every corner seemed to breathe. Every echo returned a second too late. In the children's ward, toys lay broken, beds rusted. A single doll stared with one glassy eye, its smile cracked wide. Then came the sound, a faint giggle, distant yet near, like a child hiding just beyond sight. Fear spread quickly. Mark wanted to leave, but Ethan refused. He came for proof, and Ashwood was already giving it. On the walls, carved words appeared, "Help us." And one phrase larger than the rest, "The fire never ended." Cold air wrapped around them, and Sophie whispered she could smell sugar, the scent of burning flesh. They reached the operating theater. Straps dangled from rusted tables, waiting. And in the corner, a nurse appeared, her skin blackened, her eyes glowing faintly in the dark. She wept quietly at first. But when the light touched her face, sorrow twisted into rage. Her scream shattered glass. The sound wasn't in their ears. It clawed inside their skulls. They collapsed, covering their heads. And when it ended, she was gone. Only the straps on the tables had tightened, ready for the next patient. Panic took them. They fled, but the hospital shifted. Corridors changed. Doors vanished. Ashwood was alive, folding itself to keep them trapped. Mark broke first. He ran into the dark, his flashlight swinging wildly until his footsteps faded. When the others reached the spot, only his flashlight remained, still warm in their hands. 3 left. They stumbled into the chapel. Candles lit themselves, burning blue, casting shadows that bent wrong. Voices rose from the floor, chanting in unison, replaying a ritual from the night of the fire. Sophie collapsed, screaming the voices were inside her. Her eyes changed, wide and distant. Her mouth moved, speaking words not her own. Then came the truth. Flames consumed the chapel, dragging them into the past. They watched the night Ashwood burned, not an accident, but a sacrifice. The townsfolk stood outside, blank-faced, as the hospital burned alive. The fire had fed something vast, something old. Ashwood was not haunted because of the fire. The fire was the offering. Sophie rose, her body twisting, her voice now a vessel for the entity. Shadows spilled from the flames, charred hands reaching for the living. In the furnace room, the incinerator still breathed. Shadows closed in. Ethan whispered, "It's beautiful, the proof." Lena turned the gas valve. She lit the match. The world became fire. When Lena awoke, she was outside. Ashwood burned behind her, and then collapsed to the ground. They burned still. Ashwood burned, but the whispers remain. Some say, if you listen closely, you can still hear the screams. If you enjoyed this horror story, like the video, subscribe for more terrifying tales. And tell me in the comments, would you dare to spend a night in Ashwood?